Hello, and welcome back to Beer and Philosophy. Cheers. So today I want to talk about the concept of dialectics. So my understanding of this is the idea that we've got a certain proposition, a thesis, and we've got its opposite, the antithesis, or antithesis, if you will. And these two things are at odds. They seem irreconcilably opposed to one another, right? The thesis and the antithesis. And the idea in dialectics is to look for a way to find a synthesis, a way in which both of these things are true. This doesn't necessarily mean that both things are 100% true, that both things completely coexist, though that can be the case. Sometimes it's about looking at things from a different perspective. We might even think of it as like a higher level, if you will. I don't like the somewhat metaphysical implications of that phraseology, but sometimes it's true that looking at things from a different perspective, we can see, I can see how both things are true. As an example of this, in dialectical behavior therapy, which you can tell by the name is based on dialectics to at least some degree, one of the ideas there, one of the fundamental dialectics is between acceptance and change. So the idea that you might say, well, just accept things the way they are, or you might say, no, we've got to change things. The idea here being, well, in fact, both can be true, and we can, in fact, accept things the way they are, and then go on to change them. If we focus only on acceptance, then, since this is a psychotherapy model, the person will stagnate. They will not move forward, they will not grow. However, if we focus solely on change, then it's an endless battle. We're pulling teeth. It's very difficult, and people may not end up changing, paradoxically, because they feel forced, they feel misunderstood, they feel like they haven't been accepted. So by balancing both of these, by looking for that synthesis where both can be true and we can have both acceptance and change, we are able to move forward along this middle path. So this concept of dialectics, I think, is very useful in philosophy. That being said, it's been applied a number of different ways, and I don't necessarily endorse or agree with all of those ways. And that's okay. Like one example of a way in which dialectics may not be that helpful, may not be true, is, let's say that you believe that 2 plus 2 is 4, and I say, 2 plus 2 is 17. The correct thing to do is not to, find a synthesis there. You're just right and I'm wrong. Now, we could argue things about, maybe in different, mathematical systems, like, mod number systems or whatever. I'm not a mathematician, but there may be it may be that both of those statements are in fact true in some mathematical systems. That's not what I'm referring to. I mean, sometimes things just are the fact, and we can't necessarily get around that by using dialectics. That being said, I'd say in, I don't know what percentage, perhaps, certainly 90 plus, maybe probably 99% plus of everyday human endeavors and interactions, dialectics can be a helpful approach. Cool. So.